This ain't my first one. I've been here before, and I've done it. And when I show up on weight, and I don't test positive for cocaine neither. So don't worry about me
showing
up.
Been knocked the fuck out already, but Canelo pushed you to sleep. That's exactly what I'm gonna do to you too.
Hey,
at
the highest level,
you still hit like a bitch. You got 13 fucking knockouts already. Fucking fight. You hit like a little bitch.
Ask Anthony Durrell. What I did to Anthony Durrell.
Finish what the fuck you gotta say.
You ain't gonna do that.
Finish what you gotta say.
You ain't gonna do that.
You're scared. You're scared. Look at you.
There's a lot of tough guy, rah-rah stuff. You know,
yeah, this fucking guy, he fucking looks like he's about to cry. Look at his fucking eyes. I know a pussy when I see one.
Yeah. I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass brain.
So what I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before we get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel. You know what I mean? So yes, sir, man. Y'all see what the title of the video is, man. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. A good fight, but not a great fight. You know what I mean? So yes, sir, man. I don't want y'all to get the message misconstrued, man. I like David Benavidez. I like Caleb Plant. I think they're two really good fighters, man. David Benavidez. What's not to like about David Benavidez, man? A lot of power, a lot of speed, some good technical ability. David Benavidez is a guy who throws a lot of punches and bunches, so whatever fight he's in is going to be very entertaining. But on top of that, David Benavidez has the will of a warrior, in a sense where he's willing and able to get in the ring with any and everybody, right? David Benavidez is one of the few guys on a very short list who's actually willing to get in the ring with Demetrius Andrade, and I just got a lot of respect for him simply just because of that, right? And then you got Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is a good fighter in his own right, right? Caleb Plant is a real slick fighter, lots of technical ability, right? Nice speed, you know. But in addition to that, Caleb Plant can talk a gang of shit, right? He can talk a gang of shit, man. I mean, you know, the mouthpiece is on point. But in addition to that, Caleb Plant has some really good timing, which can translate into some devastating knockouts. I mean, we've seen it already in his last fight with Anthony Durrell, that he has the ability to put the shots together in order to get somebody to fuck up out of there. And then you got to think about the fact that both Caleb Plant and David Benavidez have a lot of animosity towards each other, where they truly, honestly, and truly don't like each other. They got a history of bad blood, and the bad blood has only gotten worse since this fight has been announced. I mean, we saw Caleb Plant buy the domain, right, for David Benavidez, and you know, a little bit of lawsuit and legal shit going on in the background. But you know, it's just a lot of shit going on in the background, right? That's kind of escalated this beef to the next level, making it much more entertaining for us as fans. But the question here is this a great fight? Right? That's the question here. Because I mentioned before that this is a good fight. It's a really good fight. But is it a great fight? And the reason I raise that question is because this fight is on pay-per-view, y'all. This fight is on pay-per-view. In my opinion, pay-per-view should only be reserved for great fights, right? For great fights that the people want to see. Right? It should not, fights that are good should be on Showtime Championship Boxing, right? Fights that are okay should be on Showtime Championship Boxing, right? They should not be on pay-per-view, where if you want to see the fight, you got to pay $70 and $80 for it. Because if it comes down to that, I'd rather go without watching it and catch the highlights on YouTube, goddamn. But look, let me do this, man. Let me just break down real quick why this is not a great fight, but it's a good fight, right? So the first reason that this is a good fight and not a great fight is because it's not for a belt, y'all. There's no real meaning behind this fight other than David Benavidez and Caleb Plant's personal beef. And look, again, I'm not saying that don't make for some good boxing. I'm not saying that it don't make for no good boxing. But it ain't meaningful, right? It's not meaningful in any way. There's no belts on the line. Nobody can call themselves the best in the weight division from this fight, right? Nobody's taking away any gold. It don't really mean much in the larger scope of things other than them settling their long-standing beef over the last few years, right? So because of that, it's a good fight and not a great fight, right? The second reason it's a good fight and not a great fight is that we're not getting a prime Caleb Plant. We're not getting a prime Caleb Plant. We just saw Caleb Plant knocked out literally last week, a fight ago, goddammit, by Canelo Alvarez, right? Are we all supposed to forget that Caleb Plant just got knocked out a fight ago by Canelo Alvarez, right? Are we gonna all pretend like getting knocked out isn't devastating to someone's career? Are we gonna pretend like that ain't the case with this particular fight? Absolutely not, right? Caleb Plant just got knocked out. He's not in the prime of his career. He done already took a loss, right? 9 times out of 10, we're not gonna get the best version of Caleb Plant because the man suffered his first knockout. And look, I know some of y'all gonna disagree with that. But if you go back in history and you look at all the fighters that have gotten knocked out, 9 times out of 10, after they suffer their first knockout, they're usually not the same fighter that they were prior. And of course, there's gonna be exceptions to the rule, but that's what makes them exceptions to the rule. Because I can find more cases where I'm right than you can find where you right. Point blank, period, right? So the second reason that this is a good fight, not a great fight. Also, too, when you've been knocked out, you're much more susceptible to being knocked out a lot easier the second time around than the first time around. Okay, cool. The third reason that this is a good fight and not a great fight is that this fight is on pay-per-view, right? It's on pay-per-view, right? Immediately by putting this fight on pay-per-view, in my opinion, it diminishes the value of this fight. It diminishes the value of this fight because a fight that you otherwise would have been excited to watch on regular cable, now you got to decide whether or not it's worth paying $80 for, right? And if you even got to think about it, it ain't worth paying $80 for, right? Facts. If you even got to think about whether or not it's worth paying $80 for, then it ain't worth paying $80 for, right? It ain't. So I think by putting this fight on pay-per-view, it immediately diminishes the value of it. And it once again is turned from a great fight to a good fight, right? So, those are my thoughts on this, man. Good fight, but not a great fight. I am looking forward to the fight, bro, but I ain't paying $80 for this shit, bro. Let me know what y'all thoughts is, bro. Y'all gonna buy the fight, man? Let me know what y'all think, bro. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button on your way out. But until next time, bro, I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.
He's so mad. He's so mad. You're not gonna do nothing.